Yo, welcome back to another edition of Doggin It. I'm Molina Mike, and I'm joined here with Michael Panozzo of Billiards Digest. And Mike once again has saved the day in the guest department. Mike, my man, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'll tell you what. This is one of the harder interviews to land. Everybody who wants to get interviews knows this.
Well, this is why they pay you the big bucks. This is why you've
That's
been doing this
exactly right.
for decades after decades. But let's bring in our guest straight out of Albania, out of his pool room. We got the two-time World 10 Ball champion and the current most recent UK Open champion in Eklent Kaci. Eklent, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you guys?
Doing well.
All,
Doing well.
all good. Looks nice and toasty in the pool room there with that fire over your head.
Yeah, just uh, psychology, but it doesn't really warm you up.
What's the weather like? Are you in Tirana? Is that?
Yeah, Tirana, it's a nice weather right now. It's summer,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
It's gonna be warmer in like in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. What do you do when the weather gets warmer?
When it's warmer,
Yeah. What do you like to do?
I mean, we got plenty of nice beaches here. When I got time, I go in the beach, chill out a little bit, try
Yeah.
to practice when I can. Even if I cannot, I still have to practice, of course. But yeah, I like Albania. It's a good spot to live. I'm used of here. I'm very comfortable here, so I don't
Yeah.
really can't really change with any country
Yeah. Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
what's your work ethic like leading up to an event, Kachi? Because it's a busy schedule, for you guys traveling all over the globe. What's that preparation like in the weeks and month leading up to it?
Yeah, we see the event, what kind of discipline it is, what kind of break format it is, the pocket sizes, and we start the preparation, the break, and everything.
Yeah. Do you practice alone? Do you practice with other people? Do you play the ghost? What do you like the
I,
most
I,
as far as getting you prepared?
I love practicing alone. I enjoy it more than playing with somebody because I think like if you're playing with somebody, let's say you play 6 hours, if you really take the time right that you have practice is like 1 hour 30 minutes or 2 hours,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
maybe you
yeah.
have shoot. If you play 6 hours alone, then it's like a 3 day practice with somebody.
Are you the type of person who practices particular things, or do you just try to run racks? Do you stop and focus on jump shots, or stop and focus on the break, or things like that?
Uh, I like playing 15 ball rotation. This is our traditional game here, same as like
Hmm.
Philippines and
Philippines,
Philippines,
yeah.
some
yeah.
other countries. Yeah, it's more traffic, and you need to do some good shots and good position to run out the game. And it helps you a lot if you're playing a 9 ball game that is an open table and just seems easier.
Nine ball must look really easy to you because it does. You can tell that you like games with more balls on the table because you've excelled. You've won big tournaments in 8 ball, and you've won the World 10 ball championship twice. So you see that as being one of your strengths, your ability to move through more traffic than other players can?
I think my cue ball control is very good. I don't really get in out of line too much, and yeah, but important is like if you're trying to pocket the balls in the center of the pocket and you do that, then the position kind of gonna be where it's supposed to be. Then if you don't hit the ball exactly how you're supposed to and you still make the ball, you're gonna lose a little bit. Let's say
Position.
like
Yeah.
3 balls position, yeah. So
Yeah.
just and also play playing the game how I feel comfortable in practice to play. Let's say some shots you gotta play just that center. I'm like to shoot it with English. I just go with English.
Yeah. Yeah.
It seemed like, Kachi, when I saw you out in Vegas in that run leading up to the World 10 Ball, it seemed like a different game from you. We've obviously known you to have a big break. You've obviously won that event before, but your tactical game seemed to just elevate, man. Your safety play, your jumping, your kicking. You weren't just an offensive juggernaut. How much time or how important do you pay attention to that whenever you are training, or is it something that just comes naturally to you?
Uh, I don't really practice too much safety. That if you practice alone, you don't really get to practice too much safety. You just gotta do some drills and
Right.
try to leave the cue ball where you want to. But 10 ball is a game that is hard to make a ball in the break with a triangle rack. and most likely it's going to be lots of traffic and two balls stuck to each other. So it's a game that pushes you to play safeties and mess you up with the re-safeties and everything. But in the World 10 Ball this year, I'm very happy about my safety performance. It just
Yeah.
was some shots that I still take a look at it and I'm happy about it.
It was
I imagine.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
No, it was
it was
unbelievable. That
impressive.
was yeah,
It
that
was
was one of the
impressive.
things that just stood out. During that event, you were one of the few players that kept on breaking from the center of the table. There were a lot of guys that are known to have big 10 ball breaks that were choosing to break from the side. Why did you make that decision, Kachi?
Lots of players they they get confused when they see lots of players doing something else and they think that maybe this is the right thing doing this. So I just stick to my plan and try to work that out.
I
Yeah.
mean, it worked.
So I
It
think
worked.
that
It worked. Well,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
talk about the UK Open, which was 9 ball, and your break you were crushing it there
Yeah.
too. Did notice that in the final against Josh, you did switch where you were breaking from at the beginning of the match, and you had been breaking so well before that. Why did you do that?
you mean the switching sides?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling like when I break like 3-4 times in a row, I felt like in one side I wasn't hitting again the same way. So switching sides for me just seemed like a fresh break again. And yeah, it worked out very good. Both sides I broke, make some bolts, and yeah, I mean, I just believe my feeling like I'm gonna have a position this way, and it's also a mindset, you know, because in few matches I break 3-4 times in a row, I make a perfect break, and then the fifth one or sixth one I just kind of overhit it or thick it too much, and just like I said, just having a fresh
so
angle.
if you change just a little bit, you seem to like concentrate again or kind of refocus or recommit.
And also when the referee's wrecking, maybe there is like a millimeter edge that maybe is more on this side,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'll take the other side that maybe helps the wind ball.
yeah.
Without giving away too much when it comes to what you're looking at, is there something in particular when you're getting down pre-break and you're sizing up how square that one ball is down the line?
Yeah, I kind of hit it like. Look, I don't have to say everything.
No, no, no.
I'll
Yeah,
say
that's
a
what I'm
few.
saying. Yeah, yeah. I'm saying don't give away your secret. But like, are you looking for something in particular before you're getting down on the break? Because every time I've seen you, you're kind of just lining up to see how square it is, or because then you it looks like you adjust a little bit based off of the rack that you're given.
Yeah, I mean, I try to hit the same way I do every time, but sometimes it's not possible to hit every time the same. And yeah, pre-break routine, just put my body in the right position, and you are in line when you go down.
Yeah. Your run at the UK Open was impressive. You really you had a couple matches that got to like 10-7 or 9-7, but you didn't go through the hill battles that you had to go through in World Pool Masters. Did you at what point of the tournament did you think, boy, I'm really playing well? I got a really good feeling about this event.
The first couple matches I didn't play my best. I had a few mistakes here and there, but I still get the win. But also the outside tables, I think the light is a little bit darker, and I don't really like it that much when it's too dark. I like the lighting. I like to see the ball clean. And when I won the match against Imran, it was a long match.
Yeah,
I was up like 4-0, and then he started coming back. But he actually took kind of too long in the shots and left me in a chair for like an hour. I asked for a shot clock, and then things changed. And when I made a few mistakes with Imran match, but I said to Carl like tomorrow I'm missing a ball. So uh, tomorrow is fresh day, 3 tables, whole TV, good lighting. I felt very comfortable and played very good from there.
you did. You took Shane apart pretty quickly right after that match against Imran, and you beat Shane at the World 10 Ball as well in the quarterfinals. That pretty comfortable that match.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel good, if you feel like you're in the right form, you don't really care who your opponent is.
Yeah,
You just focus on playing right, and you know that if you play your game, nothing can go wrong.
yeah.
Will you ever get a soft break warning at a matchroom event?
Uh, yeah, maybe in the future I might get a warning for
Break
breaking
too
too
hard.
too hard.
You
Yeah.
might be the first player to crack a ball live on TV the way that you hit him.
Yeah. So I did see in your interview.
I mean,
After, no, go ahead.
sorry, Michael. Yeah, I mean the soft break.
Uh-oh, we might have lost him.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no,
Let's see.
no.
Let's see
He
if
was
we can
just
get
about
him.
to give away a secret too.
You know, it's funny because he's got a lot of personality, Mike. You know,
Oh, he's great.
yeah. Let me see. We're bringing him back
He's
on here.
yeah.
All right, we got him back.
Got him
Clenny, can you
back?
hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Good deal. Good deal.
You were just about to share a really secret thing about your game.
Yeah. No, you were talking about the soft break.
About the soft break. It's just horrible for me watching players soft breaking and stuff. It's like, especially with the one ball in the spot. Now that they switched 9 ball in the spot and from the break box, it's just, I think it's very good because you have to see some proper pool with the safeties and you need to hit some long shots. When it's the one ball in the spot, it's like a joke for me. Like you
Yeah,
should take
right.
somebody from the street and still make a perfect break with it.
So tell me this. I mean, everybody argues online every tournament about the breaking and soft breaking and warnings and whatever. What would be your answer? What's the best way to what rule would you put in to make everybody break hard?
To break hard,
Yeah.
the 3-point rule. Yeah, 3-point rule. You know, in this break, it kind of pushes you to break a little bit harder because it's hard to make a ball in the break hard.
Right.
But I like when I'm playing a player that soft breaks and he's got a dry break and leaves you an open table.
Yeah.
But I think that
you're gonna jump all over him. Yeah.
Yeah, but the the 3-point rule, maybe it helps a little bit more to pushing players to break harder. But there is some players, to be honest, like can really break too hard. It's just their stroke.
Yeah.
I got my
Yeah.
friend. I got my friend from Albania, Bestar. I'm playing World Cup of Pool. He
Right.
doesn't have like a big stroke. He's a technique player and everything, but he can't really break too hard. So he was playing in the
Yeah.
U.S. Open and he broke as much as he can. And the referee gave him a warning. He's like, I'm trying
This
my
is the
best.
best
I
I
can't
can
break
do.
any harder.
He's not like that. Yeah.
And then he pushed himself to break harder because the ref was there. He just thinned the one
Just
ball
hit.
scratch
Yeah.
or did something.
Yeah.
You're in your pool room out there in Albania, Kaci, and you mentioned you got some pool tables, but you also got a snooker table. And you were mentioning before we came on air, your brother who's playing snooker, and family is real important to me. So I want to, find out a little bit about him and what his future is like in pool or on the snooker table.
So Kedio, that's what's his name. It's 17 years old. He started more with snooker, and now he plays a little bit pool also. The tournament around here, like Kosovo, Macedonia, like he won a Balkan tour also for men, and he finished 5th in the world for world under 21 juniors in snooker.
Wow.
I was bringing him to UK Open for the juniors, but his visa when he came out, it was valid only with me traveling because he's a teenager. So I was there, he couldn't come. I mean, I'm gonna bring him to a lot of tournaments to get some experience and stuff. So you guys will a little bit with him. His stroke and everything.
He's going to play. He's going to play in
his
Spain,
style,
right?
Yeah, I think he's coming to Spain. Yeah, he left to Bulgaria for European Championship snooker.
Okay.
That's amazing, man. To have two guys in one family. You mentioned the World Cup of Pool before then, Kaci. What are your guys' goals? You and Bess are leading into it. It's a few weeks away, and obviously with the run that you're on, you got to be probably a top 10 favorite going into the event.
Yeah, I mean, I feel very comfortable playing with Besar. He's a guy that can handle the pressure, and I like his game. We kind of have the same game, There is some partners that you don't really match with. They just like different position and different game,
Right.
Besar, I think I will do pretty good with him. We're going to be practicing together till the World Cup.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit, you talked about your brother being a great player and obviously the Coes, are great players as brothers, and you beat Little Co. And I heard in an interview after the event that you really wanted Big Co in the semifinal.
Really?
No, I won the big coin in the final because he
In the
was winning
final,
the
right?
semis
Yeah, in the
with,
final,
yeah.
right?
I won him in the final. I just wanted to repeat again the same final because I think I didn't really give him a proper final in the World Pool Master. The break didn't really work too well. I missed a ball in the second rack, and then just everything changed. To be honest, he got lots of rolls as well. Like the few games that could have changed a little bit and gave me a chance to come back, that didn't happen.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really hard to go deep in any event, but to go back to back and land in a final from the invitational that was the World Pool Match to the UK Open, it's pretty phenomenal. When you started the year, Kaci, prior to your World 10 Ball victory, what were your goals realistically? Like, what was your mindset? What were you thinking that, hey, this is what I want to accomplish, in the first, let's say, 6 months of the year?
So 2021, I win the World 10 Ball. In 2022, I finished third. I lost a hill match. I was 9-7 up. You have to check the guy from Poland. Yeah, he missed the ball, hooked me, blah blah. He win the game 10-9, and I was very sad with about that tournament. Congratulations to him. I won't blame anything about like that. But yeah, I think like I played the 2022. I played better than 2021 and 2023, and
In
got third
2022,
place.
you didn't win a tournament in 2023, correct? And 22.
No, 2022 I finished third in the World 10. I said like I think I played better
Right.
than 2021 and 2023 World Championship 10. And 2023 I came back and I thought 2021 I won it, second year third place, and now I'm going for the first place again. And my mindset was going just for the first place.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to have the rolls and everything. The final with Sanchez was 5-1 up for him. Everything could have gone wrong, just like a bad safety from my side. And, I'm lucky also to have this lucky shots also. Because a resave is not like a guaranteed
Right.
shot.
Yeah.
But when you're down 5-1 and you've seen the year that Francisco had, is there any thought that's like, this ain't gonna end too well, or is it just, I'm gonna fight every chance I get?
Oh, believe me, he can be winning 10 years in a row, everything. If I get to play him, I'll just get stronger. I don't really care about that. It just
I love that.
pushes me to just focus more and play better the game, and give him a hard time. Also change the style of play. Like if you're playing a top player, you can't be playing a safety like a normal safety when you can get a easy resave. So you got to look like a step ahead, like what he's gonna do as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it comes to these top players, Kachi, do you think you hyper focus more than you would, let's say, someone you haven't heard of when you're starting off an event in the first couple rounds?
What was the question again, please?
Like, let's say when you play the Franciscos and the Coes and the Joshes of the world, does your focus step up more versus like when you're playing, let's say, someone you don't know in the first few rounds of a tournament?
Yeah, definitely, of course. If you're playing somebody that is an unknown name and he hasn't won any major and anything like that, I take it seriously in the beginning. But if I go like ahead lots of games and I see the guy can really run out anything, I might try to have some fun with the game, like I did in the UK Open. People blame me why I go with the 5
I
rails.
was going to ask you about
Let's
that.
talk about it then. Yeah. So
Yeah,
what
tell
were
me
you
about the
thinking
five
going
rail
into it
shot.
then?
I mean, I missed the 6th ball and I hook him, and the guy can't really run out. He's just trying to have fun, enjoying the game. He's playing
Yep.
the UK Open, trying to see the best players. And I hook him on the 6th ball, and then he's trying to make a jump, but it's actually kind of impossible to do it. So he's like a free cue ball in hand for me. So in my mind, it's like he's gonna foul here. I'm gonna go 5 rails. In my mind, before he fouls, and then he messes up a little bit the tables. I'm trying to find the angle where to go, and
You almost made
I
it in
go.
too. Yeah, it was
I
close.
mean, it's just me. If I'm playing a friend here in Albania, that we just have fun, I'll go 5 rails. So I can't lose with that guy.
Well, you might have gotten another phone call, Mike. Just at the best part. Let me turn these off here for a second.
Is that what happens? He gets a phone call and then it goes
It's
haywire?
as soon as they bring up the 5 railer, internet cuts out. Let me see. He's coming back in, yo. Stand by. You there?
Well, I'm back.
Okay,
Why
good
this
deal.
thing? Why this
Did
thing?
did you get a phone call or?
No, I didn't.
No, okay.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
why it keeps on cutting out.
sometimes the signal the Wi-Fi just gets a little funky.
Okay. Yeah,
But so
about the 5 rails, and then I see the comments a little bit like this is so disrespectful. Why should he go on 5 rails when he can just pot the ball? I'm like, dude, I pay my flights, I pay my entry fees, I pay my hotels, I pay my everything. I can do whatever I want with the game. I can even scratch directly, and still you can't blame me. I think
yeah,
so, my opinion. And what I mean is playing pool. If you have some chance to have fun, I can't have fun with if I'm playing Josh or Cole, or
yeah.
if I'm
Right.
playing somebody that is gonna give me chances back, I'll try to enjoy the game a little bit more.
So it's
I
interesting that
like.
you say it because people talk about your demeanor at the table. You're not very excitable. When you win, you just nod your head and walk up and shake hand and give a little wave to the crowd. You're not a jump on the table type of guy. Um, you know, but you can tell by a conversation with you that you do like fun and you do have a lot of personality and things like that. So how, where does that come from when you're at the table? Where did that come from in your learning and your growing up and your attitude about how to handle yourself at the table differently?
I mean, it seems just me. I'm a little bit different when it comes to winning a big event. People usually celebrate, they jump on the table. And by the way, this goes to the people saying that I'm kind of heavy. I can't jump on the table. I can just walk into it. I don't really need to force
Yeah,
myself to jump
yeah,
into it. So, yeah, I mean, it's just not me. Like, so I mean, I might do at some point if I feel like it, but if I don't feel, I'm not gonna do it just to make a nice picture.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Well, I
like
know
it.
you
Be
can jump
authentic,
on the
man. Be
table
real.
because
Yeah.
I know you can jump on the table because you used to be a CrossFitter, right?
A CrossFitter, and I'm thinking to go back.
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but I just don't really want to touch this muscle right now. It seems to be very very good.
Yeah.
We can't blame you with the success that you're having. Mike
Yeah,
brought
the
it up
last three
earlier.
events,
Yeah,
last three
yeah.
events, World Temple I win, World Pool Masters second place, and now UK Open champion.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, you're making quite a stamp on the year, and part of that is making a run for the Mosconi Cup, Kachi. We all know you weren't on the team last year. Is that a goal that you have your eyes set on, or is it kind of like I'm just taking one tournament at a time, and whatever happens at the end of the year happens?
No, every year the biggest goal of the year is to qualify for Mosconi Cup. It's such a joy playing in the Mosconi Cup. It's fun. It's lots of gives me there is some extra pressure there. That I like the pressure. This is why we love the game, the adrenaline and
sure.
everything. And yeah, I played 2018 the first time, and I was the youngest ever. And then played 4 years in a row. Missed it last year. I wasn't happy about it, but also I didn't do too much last year,
Right.
so I won't blame anybody. And
Right.
this year I have a really good start, and I'm looking good to make the team. I'm gonna try my best to qualify by points.
I mean, you're like you said, you're off to a great start, man. And your confidence just seems to be overwhelming. And when you pair that with your break that you have in any discipline, you're going to be a threat to go deep, if not snap it off. I mean, it's absolutely remarkable. And it's not the 10 ball is one thing because you've had history there, but to kind of just have that same imposing break on 9 ball isn't something that we've seen over the last, let's say, year or so. So to have consistency is great, man. So the Spanish Open is coming up. You said you're taking your little brother. Are we going to see an all Kachi final at the Spanish Open?
If he comes and be, he comes in the final, and then I'm in the final too, I'll quit pool power. I'll just leave him play.
Now,
Do the five regular.
Is he going to play in the Junior Open as well?
Not sure. I think juniors for him seems too easy, so he won't really feel happy about winning it. So
Okay.
not sure if he can play both of it.
Okay.
We'll see.
Oh,
Okay.
because they overlap at the end. Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, there is
Well,
some matches going on same time, probably.
yeah. A lot of chat. I started a thing, but I don't think I was the only one talking about how the announcers, weren't giving you credit in the final for having won 2 World 10 Ball championships. And I know you heard that. What is your thought on that? I know that you talked about it a little bit, and you said you kind of understand where you're coming from, but what was going through your mind?
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to that. I didn't really check too many stuff during the tournament. I was just trying to focus, and then in the end of the tournament, probably just open Facebook, Instagram, and see what's going on. And yeah, I mean, I don't blame them because not mentioning that I'm 2 times world champion, but they just focusing on their game, their 9 ball game, and for them is just one world champion, the 9 ball champion. And
Right.
what I think Phil just would have said, like he's 2 times world champion. He didn't have to mention any discipline or anything like that. I
Yeah.
just didn't like that he said that I'm playing for the biggest event ever.
Yeah. For your biggest title ever. There have been a couple people who've asked a couple times on the chat here as people who are watching this interview, do you have a coach? Do you, or have you had a coach in the past? Do you not use one anymore? What's your situation as far as mentorship and coaching goes?
I never had a coach in my life. I never had a mental coach in my life. It's just me. I never accepted one actually. If you come to me when I was a little kid, like, hey, let me show you this shot, I'll say then I'll find out myself. It was just me.
So you like it all on yourself.
Yeah, this is all me. There's nobody who coached me.
That's
Somebody
cool.
coached me, I would have said it's a pleasure, but it's just nobody.
Well, how do you keep that discipline then, Kaci? Like, if you don't have anybody, let's say, holding you accountable, how do you stay just in line with whether it's your schedule or your practice routine, or, is it just motivation to win, being competitive? What keeps you in check?
So I'm from Albania, and then like we all know, there is not many Albanian players playing around the world pool.
Right.
So
Right.
I've been traveling for the past like 8 years, 9 years, going everywhere, playing, trying to make it in the pool world, and I'm used to playing everywhere, not having anybody behind my back, not having anybody watching or supporting me. So I don't mind if there is people supporting or there is no support. I'll just be there and focus. Even if I have friends like I know that they are there behind, I don't really see them, or I just kind of see just the pool table.
Yeah.
Well, you got some recognition within your country from the prime minister. What was that like? I saw that on Facebook, and that's got to be just. I mean, it doesn't really get any higher from that as far as recognition out there, is it?
Yeah, the prime minister is the number one here in Albania. Whatever he says, it has to be done here. and yeah, he gave me an honor medal, like a national honor medal. And now that I win, he saw somewhere and he posted on Facebook congratulations to me
Yeah.
about the UK Open.
That's
And
pretty cool.
thank you to him, because it's a privilege getting support by the prime minister.
Of course. Of course. That's
You
very
gave
cool.
me goosebumps, man. Yeah, that's phenomenal. No, honestly, it is. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. To get recognition like that within your country. I mean, it's one thing you play pool, you represent the World Cup, you world champion, but to get that kind of stage from outside of pool is phenomenal.
Yeah, Albania is a small country. We have here probably right now like 3 million people. We have lots of citizens outside the country. And 3 million people, we have lots of good success sportsmen, like in different, like boxing. The guy finished third in the world championship boxing. I didn't even know that there is a world championship boxing. Like you have to win like last 32 or last 16.
Right.
Yeah, you have to get beat every day and still, and there is like a weightlifting. There is Luisa
Yeah.
Gega who finished first in the jumping and running. I don't know how it's called exactly.
Yeah.
High
If
So
you
jump.
yeah,
weren't
we have
if you were
lots of yeah. You can go ahead.
no, I was gonna say if you weren't a pool player, then which one of those would you have picked up? Because you're built like a tight end in football.
If I wasn't a pool player, I'd probably be a poker player, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So what's the rest of the year looking like for you, Kachi? We obviously talked about the Spanish Open and the World Cup of pool. What else are you looking forward to coming up in the next few months?
I'm just gonna keep up the good work, and hopefully the roles are on my side, and I take my chances when I have to.
Yeah, you're still young, but do you feel like you're playing your best this year so far of your career?
I think pool has no limits. You never know this game is just an art for me, and you learn new shots, you learn new stuff. You make a shot, you ask yourself why did the cue ball did this, and you just keep on learning new stuff. So it's very exciting playing this game for everybody out there. And yeah, what can I say more?
Yeah, no, it's always challenging, right?
It's always challenging, and it's funny because a match you can be struggling, miss few balls here and there, and you're gonna ask yourself what's going on, why am I doing this? And the next match you just play perfect. But in the beginning of the UK Open, by the way, my tip wasn't like the perfect shape of, you know.
Right.
So when I was hitting some balls, maybe miss a few, I can understand when I hit the ball good. Like I feel like it's supposed to go in and then miss the ball by a diamond. And I fixed the tip during the tournament. And after that, I just felt like the table became easier.
Huh. Interesting.
So at what point, or let me ask you this: if you had to pick anyone that you want to play in that Spanish Open final, let's say you make it there, who would you want to play?
Spanish. I hope I go myself in the final, and then about the opponent can be anybody.
Is there one player you
I hope.
prefer playing more than the other?
Look, honestly with you, like all the top players you guys all know, I feel very comfortable playing all of them almost.
Yeah,
you know?
it shows.
Listen, you took Josh apart in the 10-ball semifinal, and you took Josh apart. And there's not too many people who get into a major and take Josh apart like that 2 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, there's some match you can't do anything about. The pool is like this. You can win a world championship today. You go to a next event the other day, and you can get beat by anybody. It's just pool, So yeah, I got also a lucky roll in 2-2 on UK Open. I'm trying to play it safe. I leave an open shot, and I hook the 5 ball.
Yeah.
I go 3-2 from there, 4-4, and then I just win everything. But yeah, you need also luck in this game.
Of course.
I want to get you out of here on this, Kaci. You way back when you first came to the States, there's a video of you playing a perfect set of 10 ball with Alex out in Arizona, and I'm sure all you guys watching have seen it. Where you're just from the very beginning. When you saw Josh play Ko at the UK Open and or did you watch Josh play Ko at the UK Open and his overwhelming performance? And did you think, man, I really want to get up on that guy quick in that final?
It's funny because I was playing the second semifinal, and then I asked the ref director, Nick. Yeah, he said I'm gonna play around 1:30 p.m., 2 p.m. So I make up my schedule when I'm gonna wake up, eat, take a coffee, and I know that the match is gonna take a while, because also in 3 racks you need to wait 3 minutes. The TV rules, and then I go there a little bit. I was on time, but Filler just ran out the match too quickly. I didn't really have time to. I didn't have time too much to practice before. I hit like 2 racks, and then I had to do a short video, and I'm like, damn, I need to hit the first couple racks because
Yeah, no. He can have that kind of game. It was an unbelievable run at the UK Open, unbelievable run at the World Pool Masters, 2-time World 10-ball champion. Clenny, we appreciate you coming on and making time for us. Mike, you got anything else before we let him go?
No, this was great. I really appreciate you taking time. And, for all the people who knock you about saying, he's always late for matches, he doesn't wake up when he's supposed to, they talk to you about the Mosconi Cup, being late for practice, such things. You were right on time today. We appreciate that.
Early, as a matter of fact.
Oh, but by the way, yeah, if I'm playing a morning match and I'm not playing my best, don't blame me. I'm just not a morning person.
Yeah,
I need my time a little bit in the morning.
Yeah,
I understand, man. I understand.
With that, yeah.
Clenny, we appreciate you, buddy. Thanks so much for coming on, and good luck on your upcoming events, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
See you guys
somewhere
good luck. Soon. Yeah.
Good luck.
Take care.